Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a lot more that has come thanks to Eminem's latest single Houdini that continues to spark heated debates and controversy on social media. And today we also have more on the numbers side of things, as the usual big drop on Saturday that affects new releases certainly had no effect on Eminem's Houdini, as you'd see in a bit. In fact, in most markets around the world it went up the charts, and we'll also be exploring some of the heated debates from self-proclaimed hip-hop heads centered on the song, including the fact that a statement by Academiks has come back to haunt him following the release of Eminem's Houdini, as users on social media have been cooking him for this, as the Drake and Academiks L combo continues in 2024. And just like Snoop Dogg rapped in a recent snippet, and you'd see the change in tone compared to years ago. Kendrick didn't just humble Drake, he's also humbled Academiks, so much so that a snippet blew up a few hours ago that highlights this change in tone. And at the latter part of the video, we have what looks to be the most extreme example of how Eminem's Houdini struck a nerve, as users are in shock at the level to which a soft bar about Megan has triggered thousands of users, and we'll get to this later. And we even got the official MLB account quoting Houdini right now for highlight reels. And starting off with the conversation surrounding Houdini, while we are getting short breakdowns from rappers like Mickey Facts, who shared this a few hours ago, what you think about Houdini? Lyrically and cadence-wise, this is impressive. Eminem is one of the best.
We're on year 28. And Eminem is still masterful.
When I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first.
To avoid being flagged, we're doing this 2 bars at a time. 4-syllable multi here throughout, but the cadence is what we're focused on. Ba da 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 da. Let's keep listening.
But it feels like I'm targeted, mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed.
What's interesting is the words chosen to rhyme. Some are common words, which makes this even better. Mind-boggling, skyrocketed, I'm targeted. Let's keep going.
Like y'all have been, like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin.
The simile at the end is a fairly simple one, but it works really well, being that he's been rhyming the same focal point for half the verse. I'm ahead like my noggin. Very impressive. Learn cadence and multisyllabics at Pendulum Inc. today.
On the other end, some hip-hop heads are getting exposed, some who should know better, like for instance, 3-Letter Man, who has had multiple interviews with Royce the 5'9", but somehow still doesn't know a thing about his associate Eminem, as he took to Twitter to share this. Somebody has to keep it real with Eminem, an obvious shot at his associates, but sometimes a simple "this isn't for me" would suffice, because just in case you've not been paying attention, Houdini has opened to overwhelmingly positive reviews from fans, especially those who have been asking for years for the old Eminem, since Houdini is in line with the early singles like My Name Is, The Real Slim Shady, and Without Me. And perhaps it is time these hip-hop heads admit that they never liked even the old Eminem to save us the trouble. I mean, check out this breakdown that blew up on Twitter explaining this. Whoever doesn't like this new Eminem song but loves the old Eminem lets me know that y'all are casuals, cause he's been having this type of silly style for years now. LOL. It has literally been his career. This is nothing new. Just say y'all don't know music. And in response to this, users have been going off because it is disingenuous to act like Houdini is similar to any of his recent singles. M did this song for the fans. We made you Without Me type song. No matter what he does, y'all say it sucks. Why do you listen? They said the same thing for Darkness, Godzilla, and now Houdini, and spoiler alert, none of these songs sound alike, but somehow the criticism stays the same. And we got more in response to this take about Eminem being surrounded by yes man. Video was dope, but song has 0 replay value. And speaking on this note of 0 replay value, let us take a look at the day 2 numbers on an audio platform like Spotify. And guess what? Houdini pretty much held its position on global Spotify on a Saturday for that matter. It remains the #1 hip-hop song in the world on the platform and #3 overall. It even went up to #1 in the United Kingdom on Saturday. And thanks to Houdini, Eminem was the highest gainer of monthly listeners on Spotify yesterday, gaining over 1.3 million monthly listeners. On YouTube, Eminem also completed 60 million subscribers just hours ago, and Houdini held its position at number 1 in the world, which leads us to our next segment of the drama surrounding Houdini, as over a week ago, Lil Baby dropped Band for Band with the UK's biggest rapper at the moment, Central C, and in comparison to what Houdini just did in one day, some users who still remember what Academiks said about Eminem back in 2022 have been waiting for this moment. As this blew up on Twitter, Lil Baby is more relevant than Eminem, Akademiks. And as you can see, in one day, Eminem cleared Lil Baby's huge collab that was out for a whole week. And boy, users have been calling out Akademiks for that comment. Somehow these hip-hop media personalities don't learn when it comes to his longevity, as even though Eminem broke it down on Fall when he rapped, "Just remember, I was here before you and I'll be here after you." And going back to 2022, Akademiks wasted no time to shut down Eminem, all because Aiden Ross said Eminem is the greatest rapper, which is actually a take that millions around the world agree with. Check out a snippet from his live stream back then.
The greatest rapper of all time is Eminem.
I disagree. I know you like hip hop and you love hip hop at a different level too, but you can't come back with some Eminem is the best rapper. They're gonna look at that like that's a white boy opinion.
You're gonna lose your black card.
Yo, Polo G just gave you a black card back, nigga. You gotta stop with this Eminem shit. Eminem versus Drake? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Eminem versus Drake?
Why would you?
Eminem is winning.
Why would you do that?
Brother,
What's crazy is 10 years ago, that's what people said too.
Eminem's gonna beat Drake regardless, but it's more fair if you do Jay-Z. I'm gonna be honest.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Jay-Z, bro.
Yo, Aiden. I ain't gonna lie, I respected your hip hop Nas till the last 3 minutes. First of all, Kanye West will also watch that nigga. Crazy. Might be 15 to 5. Actually, not 55, 18 to 2. What you gonna play? Lose yourself, nigga? That's what you gonna play? Or until I collapse? Like, get out of here. Yo, Kanye is stepping on Eminem. Drake stepping on Eminem. Lil Wayne is stepping on. I ain't gonna lie to you. Lil Baby might watch that fool. Even Future.
Oh shit.
Even Future. Yo.
Young boy for sure watching Eminem.
Yo, Carlos declined.
Embarrassing.
Carlos declined.
Of course, this was before Kendrick Lamar started dishing out humble pie, also before the reference tracks for Drake started to leak, and now some have concluded Eminem's still breaking records and making headlines. Both are fire, but longevity speaks volumes. And around the same time, another post blew up on Twitter highlighting the change in demeanor for Academiks since Drake got humbled. And from the Flagrant podcast, check it out. Laughing emoji. Remember how this all started with Ak doing a Twitter countdown of all the days Kendrick didn't respond. What an interesting turn of events.
But I wonder if he had this song in the tuck the whole time. Like, this song is a bop. I'm telling you.
He's amazing at making music.
Yo, he mentions Family Matters in the song. So it leads you to believe either Drake does have the leak and he got Family Matters early, or that motherfucker can microwave. DJ Head is wrong. This motherfucker microwave food. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. He played a mental game with Drake, a mental game of chess, where he convinced Drake, yo, all them songs like push-ups where you're just popping shit's not gonna work. You're gonna have to get cerebral with me and start thinking.
Grinding. Yeah.
It would sound like Jigsaw on the record. Yo, really me this, really me that. I know something about hey, are you ready now to play Have You Ever? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then all of a sudden when I'm thinking, all right, cool, like, I'm ready to put my thinking hat on for the next joint, he's like, fuck that, we back in the club. I'm like, what? And the joint is fire.
It's brilliant.
A few weeks ago, this man would throw a tantrum whenever Drake is compared to anyone. As you saw even back in 2022, he started dunking on Eminem because he was compared to Drake. Fast forward to 2024, and now we see humility and enlightenment. Let's hear from Snoop Dogg. Cat Williams really did say all will be exposed in 2024, and so far, so good. And back to the controversy surrounding Houdini, those who have been thanking Megan Thee Stallion for giving Eminem some clout are also eating some humble pie following the release of Spotify numbers for the latest song with Cardi B and Glorilla. And mind you, these are 3 popular rappers on a song, but according to reports it goes, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, and Cardi B's Wanna Be remix earned 391,000 streams in its first day of release on Spotify. And I'm not even dissing, but for some context, reaction videos to Houdini from No Life Shack and Knox Hill that outstreamed Megan's latest drop. I'm just pointing out the facts, no disrespect to these queens, but the users on Twitter aren't so respectful. They've been going off. Dang. So he used her name to get these numbers, but she couldn't use her own name to pull the same numbers? How does that one work? And these Nicki Minaj fans are vicious. Eminem needed Megan for clout. If Megan is so impactful as y'all claim to be, why doesn't she use that clout to fuel her own dwindling career? And all of this is happening because a loud minority heard that Eminem bar and took it as a diss. And when it comes to how Houdini has triggered some people, we will get to the worst one yet in a bit. Trust me, you're in for a surprise. And just so you know, these people lost their minds. I don't care if it is just rap. No white rapper should be out here disrespecting black American women.
The hoes gon' love this.
Eminem is too comfortable in our culture, and I blame these old washed-up bootleg rappers that claim he's one of the greats. So pretty much insulting the legends that built hip-hop music because of a soft Megan Thee Stallion bar. Since if you don't know, Eminem is objectively the most mentioned top 5 rapper of all time when it comes to rappers listing their top 5. And notice, these are the same ones who will claim that hip-hop is dying, and some users have called out the BS. Now rappers don't even have the freedom to express themselves without y'all catching feelings. If you think this is gospel music, and we got a winner a few hours ago when it comes to the triggered Olympics, as that soft Megan bar led to this crash out on Twitter. Just take some time to witness this level of rage over a soft bar. And this reaction went viral. M struck a nerve. These garden tools stay mad. Loudly crying and skull emoji. And ladies and gentlemen, this is proof that Slim Shady is officially back in business. That will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on these level of crashing out over a soft bar. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.